Mr. President, leo nimeamua ni kuaddress manze. Juu labda mbogi yako ikuchapi venye form iko. So kuna hii new luxury camp yenye inaoperate under Ritz brand. Na imekuwa constructed in the Masai Mara ecosystem directly along Masai Mara River. Na pia iko along the migratory route ya the Wildbeast. Hii tu si inconvenience hapana. Hii pia Mr. President sio development era. Hii ni violation of the law, violation of ecological integrity manze. Violation of Kenya's solemn obligation to its own people. Unajua Mr. President kuna kitu inaitwa Riparian land law. Unaona, mimi nilikuwa na kaploti pale Soweto. Pale kwa river kalichapanishwa. Juu ya nini? Ilikuwa kwa riparian land. Unajua kwa Land Act ya 2012 ina define riparian land as a public land adjacent to oceans, rivers, lakes, unaona, and any water courses. Na by law, Mr. President, easy areas lazima zi remain undisturbed, lazima zikuwe protected, lazima zikuwe free from private development, Mr. President. Unaona, 2 Article 62 ya Constitution of Kenya ina declare all land between high and low water marks, kama ni lakes, rivers, zote ni public land. Na inasema this means easy land haziwezi kuwa alienated, haziwezi kuwa fenced, haziwezi kuwa privatized, ama haziwezi kuwa build for commercial gain. Hii tu ni law yetu nyo inasema hivyo, Mr. President. Kuna Environmental Management na Coordinational Act pia ina require a strict buffer along rivers, na pia ina prohibit construction, excavation, alteration of riparian ecosystems without full environmental authorization. Nani ali authorize Ritz wajenge hiyo camp hapo? Who did that? Unaona, pia Mr. President kuna Water Act ya 2016 yenye ina empower Water Resources Authority, ama nimesahau manze, to protect rivers, protect river banks, protect hydrological systems manze. Unaona?
Did you see that campsite which hindered the migration of wildlife? Yani hao watu wanatuona kama matako zao. Watoe hiyo kitu hapo. Hapo ndio movement ya wanyama from point A, from Tanzania to Kenya, from Kenya to Tanzania huwa inafanyika. Sasa nyinyi mka block hiyo barabara. So now, hey, my friend, apana, that's not good. Better you interfere with us but not our animals. Yani watoke huko kwao, wanatuita sisi, wanatuona kama dark continent, in fact black continent. Wanakuja hapo wanatengeneza vitu zao hapo ndio wapate pesa. Wanatuharibia wanyama wetu wenye wana move from point A to Amera to hizo vitu hapo. Beta muintafia na sisi. Simwende mjenge hiyo kitu hapa Nairobi msumbuane hapo. Mbona mjaijenga kwa Thika Highway? Mbona mjaijenga any place? Muache kuintafia na vitu za Afrika. Mwende mjonge huko kwenu. Wazungu muache jokes. That's not fair.
Okay, I want you to watch this video, yeah? First watch this video.
Oh. No. No, no! You know, I tell you, they should never allow this camp here on the...
Okay, as you can see in that video, how the animals are being stopped from crossing. You understand? As you guys understand, African pride is our culture, our nature, wildlife. Kenya is one of the most beautiful countries when it comes to wildlife. You guys have seen on the news, you guys have seen on papers, you guys have seen in videos from different content creators from different parts of the world, from the west to east and every part of the world, people visiting Kenya because of wildlife. And these people, is it Marriott or what? Junior, he's called Marriott, right? These guys had the audacity to build a hotel where these animals cross, where the migration of these animals happen. Happens every year. Happens every year. You guys can see. And the thing is, the crazy part is, I'm seeing Kenyan content creators actually silent about it. You guys are silent about it, and this is one of your pride. This is one of the reasons as to why people visit Kenya. This is one of the reasons as to why tourism in Kenya is here. When people see Kenya, imagine Kenya has one of the most unique cities in this world. A city that has its own national park. Imagine a city having, hey, English has, I'm pissed because this doesn't make sense. I've visited Masai Mara before. I've gone there with my friends, some of my friends from the States. Sialo Queen brought some of our friends from the States and we went there, one of the friends from Nigeria. I've been to Masai Mara and I've been to this same spot where they actually built this hotel. I have seen it. Guys, there is no feeling that beats nature. Let's be honest. Nature is everything. And the fact that Kenya is a blessed country to have such, such nature when it comes to wildlife and everything. Imagine, this is something that is actually feeding Kenya. If you are to check on how Kenya actually makes big and good money and how Kenya has been able to top in Africa, not top like top, but be among the first African countries that are actually developed. And when it comes to freedom, nature, tourism being one of the biggest things in Kenya. And that is one thing that makes Kenya a proud country. And then the crazy part is how this thing was allowed to happen. You guys know this is a big industry in the country and you let people, because of money and corruption, you let people go build a hotel where the migration happens. Why are we interfering in nature? Why are we interfering in nature? Kenyan content creators, this is the best time for you guys to stand out for your country because this is your pride. This is your pride. You get, I've watched a lot of videos. I didn't actually see it until my FYP or my For You page started getting filled up with the same content. And one of the Maasai, leaders, who is a conservation something like that, came out to file a case against these people. And guess what? It's being dismissed. It's being dismissed. It's being dismissed. Why? Because money is talking here. Corruption. We are killing our own pride for money. These people don't give a shit. Guess what? At the end of the day, when your tourism dies, these people they can decide to close, demolish the hotel, and your tourism is dead. You are the one to lose, and you're losing your pride. Where is the pride of Kenya when you're allowing such things to happen to your nature? Things that bring value to your table, things that bring pride to the country. These people are interfering with the nature. You've seen in the video. Guys, I think this is one of the things you guys have gone on the streets for politics, but don't forget, nature is everything. We as Africans, our culture, our nature. Remember, these people are interfering in the Maasai culture, which is one of the richest cultures in Africa. These people are interfering with nature by building and spoiling nature and interfering in wildlife, which is actually one of the biggest industry in Kenya, which is tourism. So guess what? You people are literally losing three things at a go. You understand? You people are losing 3 things at a go. So the choice is yours. So if you Kenyans cannot stand against this is actually sad. Let's be honest. This is actually very sad. I'm not going to lie. This is very, very sad. You people need to stand out and come out and stop this thing. Me personally, I wouldn't. Yes, I am a person of luxury. I love luxury, right? But luxury in the right place. Not luxury in a wrong place. Yes, the hotel is beautiful. It looks nice. But it was put in a wrong place. It's just the same way like, how can I say, when you are in a certain crowd, but that is the wrong crowd, you feel out of place.
Just imagine you've gone to see the migration and then you're seeing buildings.
Buildings. You've gone to see wildlife. You left. Imagine somebody living Canada, living Australia, living UK, Sweden to come and see wildlife, and then the next thing is it's a hotel. There are no animals. Why? You've started establishing, establishing infrastructure where it is not supposed to be. What happened to building hotels in Nairobi, in Nakuru, in Mombasa, in Eldoret? Why go build a hotel in the middle of nowhere where animals are actually living that life? And then tomorrow we are complaining extinction. Our tourism has dropped. Why complain when you are the cause? Because of money. You are risking your entire industry because of money. Because of money. The question is, how did they even get to build from the start to finish without the attention? How? That is to show you the corruption. You get? It's not even corruption. That is being unserious. Industry that is bringing big money to the country, and you allow people spoil it. See how the tourists chasing animals.
Do you know how much they're charging per night?
How much are they charging per night, by the way?
$3,000.
$3,000.
People need to
Africa. Sometimes, like, I'm not gonna lie, I love Kenya. Kenya is one peaceful, beautiful country that literally has everything. It has a coastline, tourist attraction. It has wildlife, tourist attraction, and then the city itself is also a tourist attraction. But allowing such things to happen is actually very, very concerning. I'm not gonna lie. It's too much. I'm not gonna lie. It's too much. Let's call to an end of this, because I live in Kenya right now, and I'm also a concerned foreigner in this country. As somebody who loves this country, as somebody who has been welcomed by this country, that has been supported by this country, this is something that I wouldn't support. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's not use sentiments here and emotion and all that stuff. No. Let's use our common sense here. This is not called for. There are so many hotels or reserves. How can I say? There are so many hotels in that same Masai Mara, but their location is very good. It's not interfering in wildlife. You understand? Guess what? There have been hotels there for the past 5-10 years, right? But nobody has ever complained about them. And this one hotel has disorganized everything. That is to show you it is something wrong. It might be a good hotel, but in a wrong place. You get? Being good doesn't mean that you are right. You get? Anyways, if you disagree with this, drop a comment. Drop a comment, please. Drop a comment if you disagree with this. Thank you.
boycott that hotel.
Boycott Marriott Hotel in Masai Mara. The rest can live their life. But in Masai Mara, no. That is a no. That is a complete no. Thank you.
Nankulia moto, nankulia moto, nankulia moto, hey, nankulia moto. Nanunisha meno, mgeuka unanumia meno, kwani una maneno, unajua namba za ngeno. Mina mamchoro za kupata do na sokshko boho na pushko boho. Atogo pingo ringo, leta noma niko on.